Yeah, I also think, would you say environment plays a lot into people's staying the way they are? Because this is something I learned from my warehouse job was we weren't properly trained what to do, but the thing was the job was so simple. We just learned from each other. It's like monkey see, monkey do. It's kind of like where I'm going with this is would you say it's the same mentality, but with people's lack of feeling worth? They don't deserve money, they don't deserve relationship, they don't deserve the life they want because everyone else around them is basically in the same boat. So I'm going to say, let's say someone works for Tesco's, just for the sake of argument, and they deep down want to be a famous actor, but they don't feel worthy of it because everyone else or their work colleagues feels the same. Would you say, and in that case, it's an environmental thing, would you say that has massive influence?
I mean, I would absolutely say it has some influence. And obviously, childhood stuff influences us as we get old. We know that the subconscious part of the brain is really primed between the ages of 0 and 5. So that's really young for it to be primed. And in your example that you gave in somebody that works in Tesco, so they say that we are, the 5 people that we spend the most time with. So what I would say for somebody in that situation is it's not environmental as in you can absolutely work in Tesco's and go after your dream of being a famous actor, but you need to start surrounding yourself with other people that have big dreams, big goals, big aspirations, because why would you not put yourself into spaces where other people believe in you too and you're able to believe in yourself? And this is where, that book that I talked about, The Choice, life is constantly a choice that we get to make. Like, we really stay stuck in this feeling that our past has to be our future. And actually, we have to make a choice that regardless of what happened in my past, I am able to forge a different future because I really want it.
Yeah, I think that's partly why, because me and you are part of the same network. Shout out to the Misfits, I guess. I think that's one thing personally I've done really well is, okay, I don't like where I am in where I currently live, but I wouldn't say respite, that's completely the wrong word, but you know what I mean? I get that little taste or little break where I get to go and surround myself with like-minded people, even if it's like once or twice a month. I think that has, even little things like that can have a big influence on you.
Oh, 100%. Because there's other people that also believe in themselves and other people that are sometimes taking action even though it feels scary. Because like I say, it's not necessarily, oh, I'm going to do this work and so that fear goes away. I mean, I've done loads of work on myself, but say for example procrastination. So we were sitting down this morning to get on this call and I was like, right, well, I'm going to sit down on my computer for half an hour before I speak to Cayde. But I've still procrastinated this morning. I've still had to call myself out on that and say, Caroline, you are procrastinating. Like, stop filling up the dishwasher when actually you want to be doing this. So, again, it's a choice. We have to decide, right, I want something different. So I can't keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. I'm going to have to do something different and able to get a different result.
I also would say to people is clear out your current space. So it's taken me forever to basically get rid of my old stuff, which I'm still in the process of doing. But I don't nearly have as much stuff. But do you notice this is something I've experienced where you're trying to get rid of the old you, but then ironically your old you crops up in your behaviors and what you used to do. Because have you ever read The Writer's Journey, 25th edition by Christopher, I think his surname's Vlogger or something, not like Vlogger as in that, like vloggers and like write an article on social media kind of vlog.
I have not, no, I've not read that.
There's a bit that really stuck out to me, which was whenever you try and get change, your old self tends to fight back. And have you seen that with some of your clients where they start to change and then their old self's like, no, I must live on. I'm like, no, can you just die or something?
Absolutely. And I've had this for myself. So when I do manifestation coaching, I quite often talk about so Neville Goddard is one of the old school manifestation writers that I've read quite a lot of, and he talks about the old man must die. Okay. And that can be an uncomfortable process. So I was actually speaking to one of my customers the other day who said she feels like she's almost going through a period of grief. And I said, oh my gosh, I recognize that so much, because when I was shifting identity, it is literally like grieving an old version of you. And exactly like you say, sometimes with that pop up these circumstances that, I'm going to say, test whether you are still the old version of you or whether you're choosing to be the new version of you. And I guess that's what I'm saying, that actually, even when we've done the work, it definitely becomes easier. But also sometimes there's still discomfort with choosing what the new version of you is doing, but it becomes easier to live in that discomfort and to say, do you know what? I know this is going to pass. I know that this is testing me because my subconscious, my brain, whatever, wants to go back to what's familiar, what's comfortable, but I don't want to be there anymore.